So at that time when I'm walking through, I really know this ain't gonna end well. I'm probably not gonna be walking back out on my own free will. It's Eric G, In and Out Podcast. So one of the scariest moments that I remember of going to jail was actually right when I lost trial. When I blew trial, because it was a whole unknown. And I remember when the jury verdict came back, they tell you all rise, everybody's in the courtroom, your whole family's there and everything. And then, the foreman raises, and then he has the reading of the juror. And, when they come out and they say, defendant, please rise, they say United States of America versus Eric Girault. And then they read the verdict, and then they say, guilty. And at that moment, your family's there, the wife is there, the mom's is there, the parents were there. We didn't have my children there because I just didn't want to put them through that. Because we pretty much had a feeling of how this thing was going to go, and it wasn't going to go good. We went to trial. I was out on bond, and so we was allowed to walk around freely and everything. Trial lasted about a week. The jury was out for a couple of days. Then they called us back in. They said the jury has a verdict. So they call us back in. We come in, and they commenced the reading the verdict. But when we came in, it was like it was 911. Everything was on heightened alert. So previously, when we're coming in the courtroom and we're going through the metal detector and whatnot, it's just regular routine. Today when we go in, it was like a hair strand would go off. Everything was beep 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 beep. And at that moment, it was like, why the hell? Everything's so sensitive today. And you could notice everybody was like on high alert. They had extra marshals in the courtroom and all of that. So at that time when I'm walking through, I really know this ain't gonna end well. I'm probably not gonna be walking back out on my own free will. And that's exactly what happened. So when they read the verdict, and your family's crying, the wife is crying, the kids is crying, I'm fighting back tears. I'm trying to just, be courageous and keep a positive outlook on things for my family's sake and for my sake too. And the marshals come up behind you and everybody's all military in the courtroom. And you try and, I turn around to go and try and hug my wife. They're like, yo, don't move. You can't turn around, you can't do anything. So they come, they flanking you on both sides. They take everything out of your pocket. They take your watch off, your phone, your wallet, and everything. And then they immediately cuff you. They do the whole thing. They bring you to basically a jail inside the courtroom, and you're there for a small amount of time, maybe an hour or whatever, for the other people that also was getting locked up and going to their new home jail, and they put us in this cage. Really, like it's like it's like a minivan, but it's a jail inside of it's a cage inside of the van. So it's almost like what you see animals going when the dog catcher comes. So they put you in there, you're cuffed at the ankles, you're cuffed at the wrists, you're cuffed at the waist, and everything is attached to this chain that goes from your around your waist, goes to your wrist, and they put you in this tank, this cage, and then you're just kind of looking out you're just kind of looking out the window like a caged animal, and you're just waiting to go to your new home, which is going to be your destination. In this case, it's the county jail. And for those of y'all that don't know, the county jail is the worst. It's a lot worse than prison, actually. I'd much rather be in prison than to be in the county jail. In the county jail, there's no classification. Everybody's in there with everybody. So, you could have been in there for a weed case like I was. I'm in there with double murderers. I'm in there with dudes that, murdered his wife and then burned her up and then burned down the house. So, they call that the concrete jungle. And, anything that can happen, it will happen in the county jails. Shit could pop off and it could pop off fast. So, that's like a gladiator school. When you go in there, you better be ready because you can get your head knocked off.